Hello, everyone. This is Carlos from Freedomtax Accounting. I hope everyone is staying safe and they are healthy. Today, we're going to make a quick video on how to apply for your SBA EIDL loan. We're going to go through the actual application form itself. Now, I am recording this video on June 12th. That is important because if you have been keeping up to date with all the PPP programs and EIDL loans, you may know that these programs have been constantly changing. So the things we discuss today may change as soon as tomorrow. So that's why it is very important that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, because for every change that is being made, we are doing new videos to make sure that we provide the latest information to our clients and our YouTube subscribers. Okay, so very important, subscribe to our YouTube channel because you never know if things can change tomorrow, and we will keep the channel updated. Okay, now before we go into the application, you need to know, once again, today is June 12th. Just 2 days ago, the SBA administrator went before Congress and they had a Senate hearing. Why? Because the Senate was not very pleased with the way the SBA has been administering the EIDL loan. They have been too slow in processing the applications, and this is true. When this program came out in April, a lot of people applied, and just recently, maybe 8 weeks after they applied for the EIDL loan, is when the SBA is actually reaching out and giving these loans to the people who applied way back in April. Okay, so a lot of people filled out the application in April. They had heard nothing from the SBA. They may have received their EIDL grant, but they hadn't heard anything about the EIDL loan. That's why a lot of people were focused in on the PPP program. But now we've seen the last couple of weeks that a lot of our clients are getting the loans and they're getting them fast. So the SBA administrator basically told Congress that they had 5 million EIDL loans applications that have been submitted, and that they were a little bit slow because they were short-staffed. But they said that now they have basically hired more staff towards, or allocated more staff towards this program. So they are now back up to speed. Okay. And I feel this is true because we've seen the last 2 weeks that they're being processed faster. Okay. Now, currently, once again, I am recording this video June 12th. As of today, the EIDL loan is still only accepting agricultural business applications. But according to the SBA administrator, it will open up next week to everyone else. So maybe by the time you see this video, the EIDL application is already available for your type of business. Also, the administrator confirmed that the cap on the loan is still $150,000, but that may change. Why? Because on the original laws of this loan, the cap was $2 million. And there's some senators, if you saw the hearing, a lot of senators were telling the administrator, we gave you $350 billion towards this loan. You should be able to approve higher amounts for the loans for people who need higher amounts. But that has not happened. The administrator said that as of today, the cap is still 150,000. Once again, but that may change. They also confirmed that the due date to submit your application is September 30th of this year. And also, the administrator said that if you had already applied for the EIDL loan, and that if you haven't heard back from the SBA in 8 weeks, that you should reapply. And they also confirmed that if you applied and you got rejected, that you can apply for a reconsideration. If you want to do that or call the SBA for anything related to the EIDL loan, this is the phone number. It's 1-800-659-2333. 2955. Okay. Now, let's go to the application. To apply for the EIDL loan, it is directly through the SBA website. You don't have to go through a bank or a lender like the PPP program. You apply directly with the SBA through the SBA website. This is the link that you have to go to apply to fill out the EIDL loan application. I am going to provide this link in the description of this video so you have it handy, okay? So let's go into the application itself. So the first part of the application is this page, all right? The first thing you have to do is that you have to choose what type of business are you. It says here you're a nonprofit, if you have less than 500 employees, if you are a sole proprietor, if you are a corporation or an S Corp with less than 500 employees, even 0 employees, you choose this first option. But if you are a sole proprietor, independent contractor, you should choose option 3. See where it says applicant is an individual who operates under a sole proprietorship with or without employees or as an independent contractor. So here you basically choose what type of entity are you, okay? The next step, you really have to choose. Most people will just mark all of these off. You're basically certifying that you've done nothing illegal, that you're not in any type of delinquent in child support, that you don't do lobbying. So you basically are certifying that you have done nothing illegal, and a lot of people will just check all of these off, but read them just in case. Okay, then next page, this is where you have to add your business information. Okay, now the information I'm going to add in these fields, this is going to be made up, okay, just for the sake of doing this video. So here you put your business legal name, okay? So made up LLC, the trade name if you have a DBA or you work under a different name. Third line, you have to add your EIN number of your business, or if you're a sole proprietor, you have to add your social security number. So let's just put this here. Okay. The good thing about this application is that if you see the desired field, all the required fields are in red, and it lets you know if it's okay when they turn green. So that's pretty handy. Here you choose your organization type. If you're an LLC, sole proprietorship, C Corp, S Corp, you basically choose your business tax structure. If you're a nonprofit, yes or no. Are you a franchise? Yes or no. Now, here is going to ask you for your gross revenue for the last 12 months and also the cost of goods sold. Now, if you don't have your financials, meaning a profit and loss that's up to date, you can choose your 2019 financials. So, for example, let's say that you are an S corporation or a corporation. You just go to your 2019 corporate tax return. So here, where it's asking for your gross revenue, you go to your tax return and you take line number 1, which is your gross revenue. Okay? And the next line is going to ask for costs of goods sold. Now, this is not your total expenses. This is cost of goods sold. Okay? Where do you find that in your corporate tax return? You go to line 2. Here, see, cost of goods sold. So the number that's here, you add it in the form. Okay? Now, what happens if you are a sole proprietor, independent contractor, single member LLC? Your business tax return, you file under your Schedule C inside your personal tax return. On the Schedule C, you also have, on line 1, your gross sales, and line 4, cost of goods sold. Okay? If you don't see a number here, talk to your tax professional, okay, or your accountant, so he can help you get this number, because this is not total expenses, this is cost of goods sold. All right? So that's where you can find the numbers you have to add here. So let's say that total revenue, we put 500,000, 190, and cost of goods sold, I'm just going to have 125. Okay. If you have rental properties, you add the lost rent here. For nonprofits, there's some information here. Basically, if these fields are not in red, that means that they are not required. Okay, so we're just going to go through the red ones. Here you have to add your business address. So I guess 123, business, street, city. I'm going to put Orlando, Florida, 34744, 443. The business phone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you have another business phone, business email, info@madeup.com. The date that you establish your business. Okay, so here's 0123, year 2000. If this business changed ownership, if you are a new owner of a business that was established, then you have to enter here the date that you became the owner. If not, if you've been the owner since the beginning, so it's the same date as above. Here you have to choose your business activity. So it gives you a long list. Agriculture, construction, health services is basically, you have to choose your business activity. Then depending on what you choose here, it'll give you another detailed list. I chose automatic repair, and now it's giving me body repair, general repair, tire and glass. So you just choose what type of business you are in. Okay. Here you have to add the number of employees. Okay. If you don't have employees, you can have 0, or you just add any number of employees you have on payroll. If you're a sole proprietor, you have to add 0 here, because you don't have employees as a sole proprietor, unless you're a sole proprietor and you have yourself on payroll. So basically here is people who are on payroll. Now next, now it's going to ask for the owner's information. So here, we're just going to make up a name, Mike, made up, the mobile phone number. Once again, this is a made up phone number. If this actually is a phone number for somebody, I'm sorry. Title, you are the owner. The owner percentage, he's 100% owner. The email of the owner, then it's mike@madeup.com. The social security of the owner, it's, once again, this is all made up. This is not a real social security number, I hope. The birth date, 05/07, let's put 1979. Your place of birth, let's say USA. US citizen, yes. Residential address, this is where the owner lives. So it's 234 Owner Street, Orlando, Florida, 34744. If you have additional owners, then you just click this button and then you add the other owner's information. Okay. Now, if you see here, it's not letting me go to the next page. So that means there may be something wrong, and it's not allowing me to continue. Okay. So why isn't it letting me go? Okay. Here, is your business owned by a business entity? If it's yes, yes. If it's no, no. So that's the good part. If it doesn't allow you to keep moving forward, there's something that's missing. So just keep looking at the page and find out what's not done. But see, now it allows me to go to the next page. So additional information. In the past year, has the business listed owner been convicted of a felony? No. Are you suspended or barred from contracting federal grants? Are you in an indictment or any type of criminal information? No. Now, if anyone helped you fill out this form, you can add, like for example, we have a lot of clients that have paid us to do this application for them. So here we add our information. And here you give permission the SBA to discuss this application with the agency you hired to do this application for you. Okay. Now, I would like to be considered for an advance of up to $10,000. Let's stop here for a second. Remember, the EIDL has two parts. You have the EIDL grant and you have the EIDL loan. When this program came out, a lot of people went right in because they were saying that they were going to give you a $10,000 grant. Apparently, the SBA got overwhelmed with applications, and then they changed it, meaning that you were getting up to $10,000, and it was going to be $1,000 per employee. Okay, so if you would like to be considered for this advance, then you click here. Okay. Now it's not letting me because I put 0 as the number of employees. Okay, no, sorry, it's letting me click now. Okay, because even though I don't have employees, but I'm the owner, it'll give me $1,000 just by being the owner. Now a lot of people are going to say, but yes, why wouldn't anyone like to have this grant? Well, remember, if you already got the PPP loan, if you get a grant, any amount of the grant that you get from the EIDL will be refinanced into your PPP loan, and that portion will not be forgiven. So I have clients that got the PPP loan and they have many employees, so they should get the $10,000. But in that case, it doesn't make sense to get the $10,000 grant because then they're going to have $10,000 on their PPP loan that will not be forgiven. Okay, but consult with your CPA or tax professional to see if in your case it makes sense to get the grant or not. Okay, now here you put your bank information. So here it's made up bank account number. Once again, this is a made up number, routing number 06. Okay, apparently I have to put some kind of real routing number. So let's just look one up for the sake of for this video. Okay, let's okay, why isn't letting me? I'm just gonna choose this one. This is the Bank of America routing number. Sorry about that. This is live and bloopers do occur. All right. Now, here I hereby certify under the penalty of perjury under the laws of the US that the above is true and correct. You click here and you click next. Okay, this is where it prompts you to a summary page where you can confirm all the information that you have provided. Okay, then you hit I am not a robot, you do this CAPTCHA, and then you click submit. Now, once you click submit, you're going to be taken to this page saying that this is your confirmation that the application has been submitted, and you are going to get your application number. Now, keep this number just in case you need to call the SBA regarding your application. And here they basically confirm the email address on which they will communicate with you. Okay, so once you get to this step, you're done. The application is finished. As you can see, it's very straightforward and it's very simple. Okay. Now, once you finish the application, okay, we really, before you do this application, even though it's a simple application process, you need to know what you are signing into, because as you can see in the application, they really don't talk about the terms and conditions of the loan. Now, once your application is processed and approved, you will get an email from the SBA saying that your EIDL loan has been application has been processed and approved, and you have to log into their portal. Once you log into their portal, they're going to tell you have been approved for this amount of EIDL loan. Let's say you get the max at $150,000, but you don't have to take all that money. There's a bar that you can choose a lower amount, but I would suggest that you really see our other YouTube video where we discuss the EIDL loans terms and conditions, because you have to know what you're signing off to. This loan, they're giving out a pretty high substantial amount of money of the EIDL loans I've seen. But you have to know that once you get the loan approved, there's some obligations that you have, especially if you take a EIDL loan over $25,000, you have to have collateral. So I would suggest that you see that other YouTube video for the EIDL loan terms and conditions, where we discuss in detail the loan terms once you sign off on the loan. Okay. Now, once you get the loan, we suggest that you get the help of a CPA or an accountant that knows the EIDL rules. Once you get the loans, the SBA will periodically ask for financials, and every year you have to give the SBA the financials on how you're using the funds, and that has to be done in a specific way, and you need to plan for it, because if you use the funds incorrectly, you can get into a lot of trouble. Okay, so talk to your CPA or make sure that you're working with a CPA that knows the EIDL loan. If you don't have one, we can help you. Okay, we have been helping our clients with everything with the PPP EIDL loan. Okay, now thank you. God bless you. We keep praying for you. We keep praying for your business. We continue to trust in God that He's in control of this pandemic and all the riots that are going on, that we have nothing to fear because He protects us. So in every video, I always tell our subscribers to read Psalm 91 of the Bible. A lot of good. The Word of God is always good. It has helped me a lot, and it has helped our firm as well. So once again, if you don't know us, we're Freedomtax Accounting. We're an accounting firm here in Florida, but we are authorized by the IRS to represent businesses and individuals in all 50 states. Okay, We are a group of 4 companies where we have the accounting firm, we have the immigration law firm, we have a real estate company, and we also have an insurance and financial planning business. We have more than 20 years of experience, so we can help you in many, many ways. If you need to talk to us, this is our contact information. If you need help with PPP loans, if you need help with PPP forgiveness, if you need help applying for the EIDL, or when you get the EIDL loan, remember you have to uh, do your accounting and spend the funds in a specific way so that you won't get into trouble with the SBA. Okay, so this is our contact information. Once again, subscribe to our YouTube channel so you get the latest informations on all the PPP programs and EIDL programs. We really are studying every day and making sure that we are providing the most current information from all the SBA programs. Okay. Well, once again, God bless you. Have a great day. Bye.